Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Friends, today we are going to tell you the story of a typical family in the present time. A family in which there was no laughter, no joy, no feelings. But that family once became a happy nest full of joyful love. Do you want to know what changed? Let's go into the full story.
When Rashid Sahib returns home from the office, his heart races. As soon as he opens the front door, he is greeted by a kind of suppressed excitement, a cold silence, or a foreboding of an impending storm. Today was no exception. In the living room, his mother, 70-something Amina Begum, sits in her prayer mat reciting the tasbih. But instead of peace and tranquility, there is always a kind of sadness on her face. The sound of his wife Fatima moving dishes comes from the kitchen, but there is no rhythm in that sound, only a kind of annoyance and anger. The eldest son, Samir, a college student, is in a corner of the drawing room listening to his mobile phone with headphones in his ears, as if he has nothing to do with anything in this house. And the younger daughter, Aisha, who has just started school, is also sitting in her room with the door closed. It wasn't like this a few days ago. Rashid Sahib's family was like 10 other happy families in this neighborhood. Everyone used to sit together and eat dinner. The house used to be full of laughter and jokes. But in the last few months, everything has changed. Small arguments start, which eventually take on a big shape. Fatima complains that she is working hard alone in this world, but no one appreciates her work. Her mother-in-law only goes around complaining all day. The son has grown up and become the master of his own will and does not listen to his father. On the other hand, Amina Begum is suffering. Even at this age, she has to listen to her son's wife. She feels that she is nothing but a burden in this world. Samir's worries are about his future. He finds the pressure of his father's expectations unbearable. He wants to make his own decisions independently like his friends, but his father does not understand his choices. And in the midst of all this, Rashid Sahib is lost. Whom will he convince? Whose side will he take? After handling the pressure of work in the office, he cannot bear this unrest when he returns home. He loves everyone, wants peace for everyone, but he can't find a way to bring that peace back. Tonight too, the same coldness prevails at the dinner table. Fatima is eating as she pleases, increasing the food. Fatima's face turns pale when Amina Begum gently comments that the sauce has too much salt. Even though she doesn't answer, her silence is as if it were 1,000 complaints. Samir hastily eats and gets up. After eating, Rashid Sahib stands on the veranda. The sky is covered with clouds, not a single star. His own state of mind is also like that sky. He raises both hands to Allah and prays, "O Allah, shower your mercy on my house, restore peace to my family. I can't take it anymore. You show me a way." He feels that everyone in this house is only busy with their own complaints and suffering. No one is thinking about anyone else. No one is acknowledging anyone's contribution. Everyone is just asking, but no one is willing to give. Is happiness being lost while balancing these wants and needs? Suddenly he remembered the words of Abdullah Maulana, the Imam of the local mosque. A very wise and prudent man. His words are said to have special mercy from Allah. Many people have benefited from his advice. Rashid Sahib decided that he would meet the Imam Sahib after the Fajr prayers tomorrow. He had to find a way to extinguish this fire of unrest.
The next day, Rashid Sahib waited for a while after offering Fajr prayers at the mosque. After the worshippers left one by one, he went to Imam Abdullah and greeted him. Imam Sahib returned the greeting with a gentle smile on his gentle face. "How are you, Rashid Sahib? I see a trace of worry on your face," Imam Sahib asked in a sorrowful voice. Rashid Sahib could not contain himself any longer. He opened up in detail about the turmoil in his family, his mental stress. He told how a happy family was gradually becoming plagued by complaints and arrogance. Imam Abdullah listened to everything patiently. There was deep sympathy in his eyes. When Rashid Sahab finished speaking, he remained silent for a while and said, "Rashid Sahab, the biggest work of shaitan is to create ingratitude in people's minds and create discord among family members. When a family's sense of gratitude towards each other decreases, shaitan easily takes up residence there." He further said, "You want to change everyone in your family, but do you know, the real change has to start from within yourself." Rashid Saab was surprised and said, "Me? I work outside all day and try to bring peace to the house. What am I doing wrong?" Imam Saab smiled. "You are not wrong, but perhaps you are not able to grasp the right path. I will not ask you to do anything very difficult. I will just ask you to do one thing. Are you willing?" "Of course, Huzur. Whatever you say, I will do," Rashid Saab said desperately. "So listen," Imam Sahab began to say. "From today onwards, you will buy a small diary. Every night, before going to bed, you will write 3 good things in that diary about each member of your family, for which you are grateful to them, no matter how small the task may be." Rashid Saab was shocked. "That's it? Just write a diary?" "Yes, that's it. Suppose your wife made you a cup of tea. You would write, 'Alhamdulillah, Fatima made me tea with care today.' Your son might have brought something from the market without telling you. You would write, 'Alhamdulillah, Sameer reduced one of my tasks today.' Your mother may have prayed for you in the funeral prayer. You would write, 'Alhamdulillah, my mother prays for me. What greater blessing could there be?" Imam Saab cited a verse from the Quran. Allah Almighty says in Surah Ibrahim, "Lain shakartum layajidannakum," meaning, if you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Surah Ibrahim, verse 7. Here, Allah is not only talking about increasing wealth, He increases peace, love, mercy, everything. He explained, when you consciously look for the good in your family members every day and thank Allah for it, your own perspective will change. Their small mistakes will not become magnified in your eyes, but their contributions will soften your heart. And when your heart softens, it will also affect your behavior. Instead of complaining, words of praise will come out of your mouth. And this positive change will bring peace to your family, inshallah. Although the matter seemed very simple to Rashid Sahab, he had a deep trust in the Imam Sahab's words. He thanked the Imam Sahab and left the mosque. On the way back, he bought a beautiful diary and a pen from a stationery shop. A strange feeling of skepticism and hope mixed in his heart. Could such a simple act really remove the unrest in his family? That night, Rashid Sahib closed the door to his room and opened the diary. The first page was white and white, like a new beginning. But as soon as he took the pen in his hand, he felt confused. What should he write? There was nothing to be grateful for in what had happened throughout the day. Fatima was frowning while serving breakfast in the morning. Sameer had returned from college and entered his room without saying a word. Mother had been fussing about this and that all day. She closed her eyes and tried to remember Imam Sahib's words. No matter how small the task, with much thought, she began to write. Fatima. She woke me up in the morning even though she herself was not feeling well. She ironed and arranged my office clothes. Even though the dinner was not tasty, she cooked and fed everyone. Amina Begum, mother. She patted my head before I went to the office and prayed. She waited for her grandchildren in the afternoon, although they did not come and sit with him. She prayed for the entire family after Asr prayers. Sameer. He cleaned his shoes himself on the way back from college today. He did not argue at the dinner table at night. He ate quietly and got up. He turned off the lights in Grandma's room before going to bed. After finishing writing, Rashid Sahib was surprised himself. He had not noticed these small incidents all day. His mind had only stored the complaints. After writing,
His mind felt a little lighter. The next morning, when Fatima served tea at the breakfast table, Rashid Sahib said without knowing it, "You have made wonderful tea. Thank you." Fatima looked at him in surprise. There was disbelief in her eyes. After how long had she heard praise from her husband? A slight smile appeared on the corner of his lips, which did not escape Rashid Sahib's eyes. Rashid Sahib felt quite cheerful even after going to the office. On his way home in the evening, he bought some of Samir's favorite foods. Samir was surprised at first, but was happy to see the foods. Rashid Sahib sat down with his diary again at night. Writing today did not seem as difficult as the previous day. Fatima. He smiled at my praise this morning. His smile is very beautiful. He called me in the afternoon to check if I had eaten. The house was quite clean and tidy today. Samir. He was happy to receive the food I brought. He took the initiative to talk to me about the office during dinner. He filled the water bottle for Dadi. The days went by like this. Rashid Sahib's diary pages started filling up one by one. He discovered that there were hundreds of things to be grateful for around him that he had not seen in a long time. This gratitude journal seemed to lift a black veil from his eyes. He no longer found fault with his family members, but rather recognized their small contributions. This change in him affected the rest of his family as well. The ice in the house slowly began to melt. It was not yet a garden of peace, but it was as if someone had sprinkled the first drops of rain on the fire of unrest.
A month has passed. Rashid Sahib's gratitude journal is now an integral part of his life. Writing a diary every night feels like a form of worship to him. As a result of this habit, a surprising change has come about in him. He has become much more patient and calm than before. And the ripples of this change have now started spreading to the entire family. One evening, Rashid Sahib returned home and saw his mother Amina Begum and his wife Fatima sitting together in the kitchen, chatting and drinking tea. The kitchen, which was the hottest place in the house, was now filled with laughter. Rashid Sahib stood behind the door and watched the scene, his eyes welling up. That night, he wrote in his diary, "Alhamdulillah, today I saw my mother and wife laughing together. It felt like Allah's mercy had descended on my house." Fatima had also changed. Receiving regular praise and recognition from her husband, her bitterness in her heart had diminished. Now, instead of taking offense at his mother-in-law's small words, he bursts into laughter. He understands that the man may have become a little picky due to age. Now, he occasionally cooks his mother-in-law her favorite food, sits next to her, and listens to old stories. The biggest changes come in Samir. His father no longer imposes his will on him, but rather listens to him and values his opinion. One night, Samir himself came to Rashid Sahib's house. "Father, I had something to talk to you about," said Samir a little hesitantly. "Yes, father, tell me." Rashid Sahib put his diary aside and gave his full attention to his son. Samir talked about his future plans. He wants to study graphic designing instead of following the conventional path. Earlier, Rashid Sahib might have gotten angry and said, "What's the point of drawing these cartoons? Study well and become an engineer." But today, he listened to everything his son said with patience. He could see the passion for his dreams in his son's eyes. Shukriya's diary had taught him that everyone's individuality and wishes should be respected. He said, "Okay, Dad, if this is what you like, then go ahead with it. But you have to promise you will try your best. Whatever support you need, I am by your side." Samir could not believe his ears. He hugged his father with joy. After a long time, such a warm moment was created between father and son. Little Aisha is also closer to Baba now. Baba no longer scolds him, but praises his drawings, listens attentively to his school stories. The atmosphere at home is no longer tense. There are now stories, laughter, and jokes at the dinner table. Everyone has become much more tolerant and caring towards each other. The clouds of unrest have passed and the sun of peace has started to peek through. Rashid Saab understands that there is still a long way to go, but the green seedlings have started to grow. One day, these seedlings will grow up and cover the entire house in the shade of peace. 6 months later, it's a Friday afternoon. Rashid Sahib's entire family is sitting at the dining table together. Today, Fatima has cooked her mother-in-law's favorite hilsa fish. Amina Begum is eating contentedly and praying for her daughter-in-law. Samir is helping his grandmother choose fish bones. Aisha is showing everyone a picture she has drawn, where she has drawn her entire family. Everyone is smiling. Rashid Sahib is silently watching the scene. His chest is filling with an inexplicable peace. This is the family he has always gleamed of. A home where there is love, respect, and peace. He remembered that night 6 months ago when he was desperate and asked Allah for a way out. And what a simple yet powerful way Allah had shown him through Imam Sahib. His little diary is almost finished now. Turning the pages, he sees how his family has gradually changed. Has the family really changed? Or has he changed himself? He realized that Imam Sahib was right. The change had to start from within himself. The practice of gratitude cleansed his heart, made his outlook positive. When he started looking at his family with gratitude, they too appeared before him in their best form. He learned that love is not just a feeling. Love is a practice. Caring, praising, respecting, forgiving. Love is expressed through these small acts. And this practice restores peace in the family. After eating, Rashid Sahab went to meet Imam Abdullah. Imam Sahab smiled at him. The peace on your face says it all, Rashid Sahib. Rashid Sahib bowed his head in gratitude. Hujur, that one act you showed me has changed my life. My family now has a lot of peace by the grace of Allah. Imam Sahib said, I did not show you the work. Allah showed you. You just followed it wholeheartedly. Remember, Rashid Sahib, gratitude is the key to peace. When you continue to express gratitude for the blessings of Allah, family, health, sustenance, Allah will continue to shower His peace or tranquility upon you. You are the master of your family, Imam Sahib concluded. When you have created a garden of gratitude, then everyone in your family has blossomed into flowers in that garden. Take care of this garden, and you will see that your life will be filled with the fragrance of happiness. Rashid Sahib returned home. He did not have a diary in his hand, but his whole existence had become a walking diary of gratitude. He stood on the veranda. What a beautiful blue sky today! What a bright sun! He took a deep breath and said to himself, Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to Allah, who has restored peace to my family. The sweet sound of the call to prayer from outside seemed to merge with his gratitude. His ruined house had truly become a garden of peace.
Don't forget to let us know how you liked this story. If you liked it, please like it. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.